Welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. This time is a glider's journey, which, yeah, that's one of those titles which kind of lays out what the game is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and this game was given to Petty Fan.
Oh man, is
Uh,
it a journey that you take on a glider?
it
Yeah.
is. Fancy that.
Yeah. Almost like what
Anyway,
it says in the box,
yeah.
if it had one.
Anyway, Petty Fan was made to play this game against his will, but
You all are bastards.
I'm like, anyway, Petty, take it away.
Alright, I guess one big thing I should probably say off the bat, if you have motion sickness or I've been told seen the reviews they're potentially seizure inducing things, don't pick this game up.
Like,
And aside from that, this is kind of a flight simulator game. It even has an option to use a haptic feedback flight stick if you have one.
I mean, I suppose that gets into whether you consider gliding flying or not.
It
But
depends.
Are these up arrows like updrafts or
I have no
altitude abilities?
idea. They basically turn on your thruster in the harder modes, but
If you
in
have a thruster, you're not gliding.
I know.
Although it does look like you have a little engine in the middle.
Yeah, I have a little engine in the back.
Like,
And
can
whenever
you gain altitude freely?
in very easy mode you can whenever you want, but in any of the harder ones, you can only gain altitude when your little engine thruster thing is on.
Yeah, this looks like the frame rate might be a little too high. I don't know. The
Maybe.
movement is everything moves with it.
Yeah, that's one of the problems I have with it. Because moving the glider also readjusts the camera for some reason.
this reminds me of a thing you would find in Pilot Wings.
Very easy mode. Basically, I thought was a lot like Pilot Wings. And honestly, graphically, it looks like you took a game from, the early 3D era and just put a different lighting engine on it. There are a lot of simple shapes in here and stuff like that.
Still looks, I'd say maybe PlayStation 2 era because,
Yeah.
like, I don't think an N64 would have been able to produce polygons like this.
Yeah. But it still
Yeah, the
looks like
N64 would use fewer polygons, quite possibly sprite trees.
And yeah,
there's frame rate.
You missed the you missed the mark.
it counted. But yeah, basically all you have to do is go around the course getting all of the little power-up things, and you end the level by landing on the pad. And I'll try and show easy mode for a second here, because this is the best I can do. If you want to do above normal, you're probably going to need a flight stick, because regular...
What are you using, a controller or keyboard?
I'm using a DualShock 4.
Okay. So on easy mode, you can't gain altitude as easily as on very easy, you said?
Very easy, you basically have free flight.
Uh-huh.
Here you only have flight when the engine's on.
And otherwise you can only glide, which generally involves losing altitude.
Yep.
It is possible to glide up, by the way, but it requires that weird momentum traits.
Yeah. And I imagine you probably have to use those in the other modes.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Honestly, this is all there is. So if this doesn't look too interesting, then yeah.
There's no alternate vehicle or anything?
Nope, it's just the glider.
Flying wing thing?
Yeah. I don't even think there are any other...
V, but it's not a guitar.
I mean, it looks kind of like Paper Airplane, only they didn't put the bottom in.
Yeah, it looks... I was going to comment that it looks kind of like a paper airplane with no keel.
And yeah. As far as the harder difficulties, I would not suggest them with a regular controller, because even the slightest movement can make you just spin out of control and fall.
Unless you're like good at flight sims with a controller.
Maybe, and it might involve turning the sensitivity down. I'm not really sure.
Well, if you feel like the sensitivity is too high, then it might help to turn the sensitivity down.
Yeah.
If that's an option. I don't.
I think it is. Yes, it is. And you can also fly by mouse if you're a masochist. I remember that from back in the day. No, thank you. And yeah, from what I can tell, it's just go through the hoops. Because in the other modes, you can't really fly as you can in easy mode. So they kind of make you do this still, because if you go land on the pad, it won't unlock, and it'll just count as a crash.
Ah. So you just have to do Lex Luthor's bidding.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the music is alright, even though it sounds kind of generic. I don't believe it's available separately, though.
I mean, does it say on the Steam page?
I didn't see an option for it, but it could be on Bandcamp or something like that.
Right, but yeah, I don't see it on Steam, so.
Yeah. And yeah. So, this game is $5, which, there's enough content, like there are several levels, and it's interesting enough if you're into this kind of thing, or maybe even just if you wanted to try flight simulators, this would probably be the cheapest thing to start with. But like, this isn't something I'd go buy a $300 flight stick for.
Which, visually, this looks like a pretty simple game, so...
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it looks like it's from early 3D era, but with a HD era lighting thing thrown on it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The music's on Bandcamp.
I figured it was something like that. Bandcamp, where all the video game music goes, you can't buy anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Or it ends up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Or both.
Yeah.
Or Spotify, I guess. Like, I don't know. I've actually never used Spotify.
Yeah.
I tend to actually control my music. It's like, so I tend to listen on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, anything else on the Glider's journey?
Not really. Just again, if you're motion sick or potentially have issues with epilepsy, stay away. Because we don't want people having seizures or throwing up in their chairs.
No, that would be bad in general.
Yeah.
All right then. You're free.
Yay. Free like cheesy bread used to be.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Anyway, that'll about do it for this session of the Fragments of Silicon reviews. Coming up on the week ahead. No Friday show this week. In fact, we. Oh no! Actually, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of next week. We do have a tentative Friday show. I'll get into that. But on Wednesday, October 16th, we will be having Lee Smith of Jump Game Studio. A play on Gate. It's like, anyway, we will be talking to them about their game Namiya's Melody, a 2D Zelda-like action-adventure game. And yes, that is actually the full title of the game. Like, or at least at this stage. If I'm remembering correctly, this is either on Kickstarter or about to have a Kickstarter, something like that. The game's currently in like pre-alpha. I've been given that in link form. I just put in the Skype thing there. Um, yeah, I think that it's like I think this is gearing up for a Kickstarter. On October 15th, no less. So yeah, when we do the interview, it will be just starting its Kickstarter run. Been a while since we've done a Kickstarter feature. Game looks interesting. The world could always use more Zelda likes, so we'll see how that goes. Coming up on October 18th, Friday, we are tentatively scheduled to have Emil Zhang of Tactical Adventures. I say tentative because still working out. Like I've been told. No, they have confirmed. Just rechecking here. They were a bit on the bubble there, but they are going to appear on the program on Friday. So, yeah, that'll be our last Friday show of the season. Like, they are made. They are a new studio that are made up of veterans from the French gaming studio Amplitude. They have the Endless Legend series, among others. They are working on a game called a turn-based tactical RPG called Solasta: Crown of the Magistar. And speaking of Kickstarter, they have recently concluded their Kickstarter run. It was successful. It's like we were originally looking to have them about the end of the Kickstarter, but they said they were too busy. So,
go figure. Ends of Kickstarters can be frequently a busy time.
Right. I'm just saying, this is, but thankfully their game is going to be a thing, or at least it's been funded to be a thing. We know how Kickstarters can go wrong, or long. Or both, really. Like I don't think anyone's forgetting Mighty Number 9 anytime soon. Yeah, and for the record, Solasta here met its goal of 180,000 euros. They got 243,855 euros from 5,995 backers. So obviously, we're going to be talking about their stretch, the stretch goals we met that they met there. All right. So that's what's happening this week. Be sure to tune in for it. And until Wednesday, I shall wish you good gaming.